Welcome to the 700 Club Canada. I'm Brian Warren, and I thank you for joining us. You know, we have been enjoying our week. We're coming to day 5 of Protect Your Health. And now, if you haven't gotten previous episodes, go to 700club.ca, because this is absolutely one of my favorite weeks because we're outside and we're at the barbecue as well. Today, we're going to be focusing on the bust the gut. Yeah, we had to do that. Burning belly fat. That's where we're going to focus. And not only that, but we're going to also look at exercise and how exercise can not only help you, but it can also give you the fountain of youth. I got my buddy Peter here, and we're going to have the best burger recipe. So I hope you're ready to PVR this thing, because this burger is so good that even if you put just a little bit on your forehead, your tongue will rush out of your mouth to beat your brains out to get it. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Exercise. It's in our DNA. We are made to move, and movement keeps your immune system functioning at peak performance.
Unfortunately, only about half of us exercise regularly, which is a problem, because scientists now tell us that sitting is the new smoking.
Dr. James Levine is an endocrinologist at the world-famous Mayo Clinic. He spent the last 15 years researching what a sedentary lifestyle does to the body.
What's become clear over the last decade is that our chairs are literally killing us. Excessive sitting is shaving, knocking, taking years of our lives.
People who don't exercise get sick more often than people who do. In fact, when inactive people were compared to those who walked briskly almost every day, those who didn't walk took twice as many sick days in 4 months as those who did. Exercise increases blood flow, which helps expel toxic waste from the body. That also means disease-fighting antibodies and immune-boosting white blood cells will move through the body faster. That way, they can detect and kill infections sooner.
If we can help people get out of their chairs, not only are the rewards the reversal of all these catastrophic health problems, but a true sense of happiness.
Exercise also helps you sleep better, which improves your ability to fight infection.
In order to reap the benefits of exercise, you need consistency. For many of us, that means first thing in the morning. Just make sure you choose an activity you enjoy.
That is the most important thing. The data are very clear. If you encourage people to do things they hate, guess what? They won't do it.
If you're struggling to find an exercise you like, then work out with people you like. It might not be the exercise, but the friendships that keep you coming back for more. And as a bonus, they'll hold you accountable. So get a walking buddy or attend a group exercise class. For some people, exercising in water works best. That's because we feel much lighter in the pool. In fact, water's buoyancy displaces 85% of our body weight. That makes it easier and less painful.
Many people have actual arthritis where the joints themselves are being damaged. But in addition to that, and it is actually very poorly reported, many of my patients with excess body weight, many of my patients battling with obesity, actually have early arthritis called arthropathy, where the joints have started to see damage but not on the X-ray. And for all of these patients, and for those with diabetes who really are unable to do exertional exercise, the swimming pool is an oasis of joy.
Keep your workouts moderate. High-intensity training can decrease the amount of white blood cells circulating through the body and actually increase your risk of illness.
Some people can't or don't want to carve out time just for exercise. They'd rather multitask and exercise while they work.
Dr. Levine came up with the idea for a treadmill desk 10 years ago. Today, tens of thousands of employees from coast to coast are discovering the benefits of walking while they work.
I think that's really awesome to be able to say, while you accomplish your work, you also walk X amount of miles.
New research shows we all need some exercise at the office, even if we work out later at the gym. That's because sitting for prolonged periods of time causes our bodies to shut down. So if you have a desk job, think of ways to move. It doesn't have to involve a treadmill desk. You can walk over and talk face to face instead of sending an email. Use the restroom on the far side of the building. Take a lap or two around your work area every hour. And Dr. Levine's favorite, walk and talk meetings.
When we have deployed walking-based programs in the workplace, and it's not just treadmill desks, it's walk and talk meetings, active workplaces, what others have noticed, and ourselves, is that sick days from employees diminish. People appear to get less coughs, less colds, and less days off work.
Even if you're not walking, simply standing at your desk is better than sitting. Research shows that even while standing, we move around.
And what appears to be the case is once you're off your bottom, great things happen. Once you get up, the future is yours.
So whether it's the gym, home, or office, you'll fight disease and feel great doing it.
You know, the Bible does say, in all you do in work or deed, do it to the glory of God. Dr. Levine was so right when he was talking about that we're knocking years off our life when we're sitting still, because sitting is the new smoking. It's very important for us if we're going to fulfill the great commandment to love the Lord our God with all our heart, mind, and soul, and to fulfill the great commission going into all the world and proclaiming the good news of Jesus Christ. We got to have good bodies. We got to take care of the temple that God gave us. And even if you're not feeling well, talk to your body, but get moving as well. I like going to the driving range, having meetings, and you feel smarter as well because you have dopamine, feel-good transmitters that are going in. Up next, we're going to the grill with the favorite barbecue recipe. Don't go away.
Okay. Get plenty of rest and follow all the instructions on here.
Wow. Thank goodness for all those years of medical school, huh?
Oh, I'm not a doctor, but I do watch the 700 Club.
Protect your health and build a better, stronger immune system. The 700 Club brings you the latest steps to power up your well-being and boost your body's defenses. Experts from the Mayo Clinic.
They're your body's first defense of getting rid of the bugs, germs, bacteria, viruses.
The Cleveland Clinic.
If they can't function, then they can't destroy anything foreign that's in the body.
And many others show you how to live long and strong. Get your free DVD copy of Protect Your Health.
Thanks.
Protect Your Health.
Hey.
Available now.
Hey, welcome back, and we've got Peter Parker, my buddy, and it's Peter Caprarella, and we're back in the kitchen today.
Yes,
it's
we
been
are.
great having you this whole week.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure being here.
Oh, man, you know what? You've spent a lot of time in wrestling, and you know how important it is to exercise.
Oh,
And
definitely. Without that, you're not going to live long.
No, you've spent a lot of time in the ring, too.
I did that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, what are we going to be making today, anyway?
Well, we're going to be making chuck steak, but it's going to be ground. So it's going to be the best burgers around.
In other words, he's saying we're making burgers today. What is summer without a burger? You know, you guys have been asking for it, but now we're going to give you the secret recipe. And make sure that you do not tell anybody else, because if you do, I mean, I don't know. Peter,
It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad.
It's going to be bad. So what are we doing? Let's get this thing started right now.
Well, first we're using pure chuck beef.
Yes.
I use a blend of 80-20. That's 20% fat to the best AAA beef.
Now that's great, because a lot of times, you know, especially with beef these days, I mean, it's getting a bad rap because of some of the things that has been said about beef, you know, because going to market and everything else. But you choose your beef, and you make sure that that beef is what is it, 70-20 you said?
No, 80-20.
80-20.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get started then. Let's make this thing happen. Start your engines.
So we
let's
start,
get ready to rumble.
We start with some paprika.
Paprika. I love paprika.
We start with some onion powder.
Onion powder. Yeah.
Garlic powder.
Garlic powder.
Parmesan cheese.
Yes.
Breadcrumbs.
Breadcrumbs. Watch this now. This is
onion.
This is the part right here. This is what I love.
Garlic.
The garlic, yes. Put it in there.
Now ground onion.
Yeah.
And fresh parsley.
And then give it a big squeeze in there.
No, now we're gonna have to plaster the little chicken.
Oh, plaster time.
There she
Oompa.
goes.
There she goes. You got a little seasoning in there too. Let me
Yeah.
put that. Yeah. There you go. Got that little shell.
There we go.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Now get your hands in there. Come on, get in there.
Yep, we're gonna get in there in 2 seconds.
All right, there we go.
We're gonna start mushing it up. Don't overdo the meat, because what's happening is if you blend it too long, the proteins will start getting hard. And by doing that, the meat becomes very hard.
You used to have a restaurant. Tell us about that.
Yep, I used to own a restaurant called Blueberry Hill. We were voted best burger in Metro. We were voted also best burger by Toronto Cops. And all we did was use fresh ingredients every day with our burgers.
And I've got some buddies on the force, and they know how to find a good restaurant. So if that's best burger on the fourth, let me tell you, that is a burger worth eating. And this is the greatest way to start the finish.
There we go. We just break up the meat,
Yeah.
so this way it's loose.
Yes.
And all the proteins and everything can circulate inside while it's cooking.
Now, this is a great source of iron as well, and it allows you to, not only as you're working out and you continue to really burn calories, what you're doing is putting that power right back in. And this is what I did when I played football as well. I got up to a pretty good bench, about 500 pounds, just because I was eating some really good
eating
chuck
serious
like that.
protein, eh?
I was eating everything but the hoof, you know? But you got to make the burger just right, too. I love the way that you do that.
Just make a little dent because the burgers will pop.
Yep.
That dent prevents it from popping.
Yep.
Is the grill ready there?
Grill is ready to go.
So let's put one on the grill to start.
All right. Now, we're going to be coming back, and we're going to be grilling some vegetables, and we're going to roast some corn as well to kind of round this out, because we don't want to just have meat. But women, I know you need to PVR this, because your husband, if you want to get him in the kitchen, tell him the boys are back in town. We are rubbing it down, and we are making this hamburger. It's going to sing, isn't it?
Oh, it's going to sing opera.
We'll be right back.
Did you know we carry 2 kinds of fat? Surprisingly, the jiggly blubber that you see in bathing suit pictures is the safer kind. It's known as subcutaneous fat. It's right under the skin. The really dangerous fat hides deep inside the midsection, pressing up against vital organs like the heart, liver, and lungs. It's called visceral fat, also known as belly fat.
As you become obese and gain weight, as you get older, you start to gain more visceral fat.
Dr. David Lieb led a study at Eastern Virginia Medical School comparing the 2 types of fat.
It's the visceral fat that's really associated with inflammation, with increased risk for heart disease, increased risk for diabetes, and other things like high blood pressure and high cholesterol. So you don't have a whole lot of subcutaneous fat either, but in general, subcutaneous fat is probably the less inflammatory, the more healthy of the 2 depots or 2 types of fat.
This so-called belly fat can lead to heart attacks, cancer, strokes, and even dementia. Even though it's difficult to see whether we have too much fat deep in our belly, there is an at-home test to check for it. Just get one of these and measure around your waist. Women hit the danger zone at more than 35 inches. For men, it's 40 inches. The good news, you have the power to change it.
The bottom line is you got to put the time in.
Jamie Dokowitz knows all about getting rid of belly fat. She recommends a 4-pronged attack, starting with the diet.
You really want to try and stay away from refined and processed foods, things that are found in boxes and packages, certainly sugary foods.
Then turn on the burn.
One of the best ways to try and get rid of that body fat is just to simply get moving. Your aerobic exercise in which you are getting that heart rate up, working into that sweat.
Then lift weights to speed up your metabolism.
The more muscle you have, the more calories you actually burn even at rest.
And make sure to get your Z's to keep those stress hormones at bay.
Those cortisol levels get high when you're not getting enough sleep, and that also contributes to your belly fat as well.
Betty Brothers follows the program to the letter.
I eat mostly chicken and fish. I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, no desserts. I run 5 times a week, which averages 52 miles a week, and I work out at the gym 3 days a week.
This great-grandmother stays in far better shape than most people her age.
I see it every day, and even some of my classmates, they're so obese, and they have all kinds of health issues. They're on all kinds of medication, and it's just so sad.
She spends practically nothing on health care, limiting doctor visits to regular checkups, and her only pill is a multivitamin.
Just think how much money the insurance companies could save, and the individuals, if they would just try to take care of themselves some more.
If the natural approach isn't enough to get rid of belly fat, some doctors recommend bariatric surgery.
You take the intestine and you alter the anatomy of the intestine in the stomach. So people may not absorb as many calories as they were before, and they tend to lose weight.
So cut that belly fat down to size. It's an investment that could add years to your life.
I just try to eat healthy and take care of myself, because I want to be around to see this great grandchild grown.
Lori Johnson, CBN News.
Oh, this food smells amazing.
Doesn't it?
And I'm loving the burgers as well. I mean, we've got some great buns here too, and these are not necessarily just your ordinary buns.
No, they're brioche.
Yes, and tell them what they really, why this bun?
Because it's an egg bun. So you're adding more protein to your protein of the meat.
Yeah.
So, and it actually is a much nicer bun, and it makes the meat taste really good.
It really does. And what we're doing also is making a Cajun corn, and we've got a little bit of paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, also a little bit of thyme, and I've got some red pepper flakes in here, and it's a Cajun seasoning, and you cut 1 lemon. Now, the burgers, they should be on the grill for no more than...
Depending on the thickness, but these ones here, about 6 minutes on each side.
And the roasted corn, once you have husked the corn and you've gotten the corn ready and you revealed it, it's pretty amazing, because this is sweet corn time, and we just have some wonderful Southern Ontario corn here, and you can see how golden it is. And what we're doing is we're gonna husk that and then put it right on the grill. Peter, can you put that on the grill?
Certainly.
And we're gonna take those other ones off the grill as well. The roasted vegetables are gonna take the least time to cook, so we wanna make sure that we get this corn on. We've already started some of this corn as well, and this is how you make your summer into not only just a summertime, but a fun time as well. I've got some corn that has been roasting here for a little while, and this corn is amazing. I don't know if you've ever had this, but you can do this with jerk. You can also do this with Cajun, but it's amazing because once you get the corn, and then you have a nice dish, put all your seasonings in, get a little bit of butter, and then once you get the butter, this is what makes corn on the cob go to a whole nother level. You take your butter, you kind of move it around there, get that lemon, make sure you do that, and watch this, watch this. Begin to just rub it on. The lemon goes in, and a little bit of the butter as well, and it makes an amazing flavor. It's tender, it's juicy, and this, I'm telling you, your lips will literally jump off your face just for another taste. But I'm gonna talk to you a little bit more about that when we come back to roast the vegetables. Don't go away, because we're having too much fun, and we don't wanna do it without you. Oh, this is amazing right here, Peter. I love this. I mean, I just can't help myself. Oh,
Is
That
it
is
good,
so
brother?
good, yeah.
It is, isn't it?
Now, we're gonna put something else with this as well. We're gonna have some salad.
Yep.
So we got a grilled salad. What do we got? What are we putting in there?
Well, we're
Oh man, it's so good.
we are barbecuing the
My
romaine,
knees got weak.
tomatoes, red onion, endive, portobello mushrooms mixed into a vinaigrette made up of olive oil and reduced balsamic vinegar.
Let's do it. Come on, let's
All
make
right.
it happen. Now, most of this has already been done, and when you look at this salad, it's so easy. I mean, all you have to do is go to your Save-On Foods, your Safeway, your Sobeys, or go to your neighborhood Fortinos, whatever, and all of these, you can find fresh vegetables there, and just with a little bit of olive oil, and also a little bit of sea salt, and what else did we put on there?
And reduced balsamic vinegar.
Reduced balsamic
Which
vinegar.
brings out the sweetness.
Yeah, it really causes it to pop, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Now, we had some that's finished, and we're getting
It's
ready
right here.
to
I
sit
just
down
need a
and
bowl.
eat. Well, don't go anywhere yet,
Oh, I
because,
won't go
mean,
anywhere.
if you go anywhere, I got to keep my good eye on you, and I don't know if I can do that and watch them at the same time, because
No
I
problem.
kind of feel like, you know, these burgers, oh, if you don't know, you need to know this is an amazing burger. We'll be right back after this. I can't wait to eat.
Excited because we are African brother and sister. When I think about heaven, one of the things that crosses my mind and is personally such a joy is that we will not have to cook.
Even if you don't believe in him, he believes in you. He has seen the pain that you've gone through.
I want to be a powerhouse for God. I want to be strong, and I want to do great exploits. And by the time this is all over, I want to go out going, that was a kick.
Yeah.
That was a ride, because God showed up in my life. I have a very instinctual name that I call on when I'm in trouble. His name is Jesus. Father, I pray for that woman. I pray for that person right now, Jesus, who just needs to know that you love her, that you are a father to her, that just as a father is loving and kind and good, that you are a heavenly Father that gives even better gifts.
God bless you. Until next time.
How about that one, be perfect as he is perfect? Is
We
that
already
yours?
said goodbye.
Oh, okay. Goodbye.
I have 30 years of nursing experience. I love helping people. It's a passion for me. It was in June 2006. I was on a normal shift, and we had a patient that was confused, tall, heavy guy that was in a jerry chair. And suddenly, I caught the movement out of my eye as he was coming out of the chair, literally falling. I just immediately jumped over to him, but in the position that I grabbed him in, I kind of felt something give in my neck. In about 3 days, started feeling pain go up my head and down my arm, and went to ER, and they said I had a ruptured disc or a blown disc. The pain that I was feeling felt like I was being stabbed in my neck with a hot knife, and it would go down my arm and then go down into my legs. I was also having ear pain, and it just progressed to where it became excruciating. I had the surgery in 2008, and it did relieve some of the pain, but then it would be there, it would come back. In April 2010, I stopped working. My neck had become so bad and so much pain that I could not safely perform my job anymore. Couldn't help others and couldn't help my family much. Felt like I was being a burden to my husband. I'd become a financial burden because the doctor bills were there. I hadn't worked. And I just cried out to God. I sat down and God just spoke to my heart to turn on the television, and Pat was on immediately. I mean, it wasn't 2-3 seconds, Pat gave that word of knowledge.
A neck injury, your cervical vertebra has been deteriorating, and right now, if you want to touch the back of your neck, fine. God just healed you in the name of Jesus.
And then Terry had a word of knowledge about your ears.
Just a loss of hearing that's gradually getting worse. God is healing that condition for you. Your ears are just going to suddenly open, and you'll have clear hearing again.
And then Pat again said, and you have this hump on your your spine, and the bones are deteriorating on this hump. And that's exactly what it was all going on with me, and I received that.
Stand up straight. God is just giving you special strength and rebuilding your spine. Even as I speak right now, there's a construction work going on. You'll feel it, you'll hear it.
I was hearing construction going on out my window at that very moment. I had been hearing it all day, and I had been thinking about, I will be so glad when this construction stops.
In Jesus' name, touch.
And just felt the heat go through my body. I started shouting and dancing, and I hadn't done that in a long time. And I knew I was healed. The hump was gone, the soreness was gone, all the pain was gone. I've not had any more pain. It feels awesome being able to kayak again and bike and exercise and just enjoy my grandbabies. Look what Jesus did. It means so much to me that Jesus healed me. It means the world. I'm so thankful.
Oh, Peter, I've enjoyed this time that we've had together. And
So
man,
have I.
these burgers are amazing. Can you see that? We got to start plating this stuff because we've got to eat it. I mean, it's sometime you got to eat. Why don't you start serving that as well? And tell us, what do you have right here?
Here I've got grilled salad. I've got romaine lettuce,
Yeah.
radicchio, endive, red onion, portobello mushroom, and tomato grilled.
Oh, it's amazing.
And finished off with olive oil and a balsamic reduction.
How long does it usually take to make that?
Takes no more than 7 minutes.
Now, you got to try this corn as well.
I definitely will try the corn.
This is one of my favorites. And this whole week, we've had a wonderful time. I've enjoyed not only Peter, but also Shauna Leinster. And we've been offering this. And if you haven't received one already, it doesn't cost you anything. 1-855-759-0700. It's amazing. I mean, it's mouth-watering. And we're also offering barbecue with Brian. You know, you heard me talk about barbecue before. Barbecue shrimp, barbecue corn, barbecue pineapple, barbecue, barbecue, barbecue. And, you know, it's not the same if you don't have friends. There is no greater friend than Jesus that we have. And we want to thank you for tuning in. I mean, the 700 Club Canada would not be the same without you. Hey, thanks for liking us on Instagram, Facebook, and all the social media platforms. But until next time, enjoy your barbecue. So we are. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Here we go. To contact us, phone 1-855-759-0700. You can email us at cba@700club.ca. You can now like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter or Instagram. Next week on the 700 Club Canada.
Nora Lenny vividly remembers the morning of August 19th, 2016.
I noticed that it had gone quiet. When it goes quiet and you have a toddler in the house, something's not right.
She was going through her morning routine while her husband Patrick was meeting with a handyman. Then, Nora realized her 16-month-old daughter, Ariella, was nowhere to be found.